Okay, there we go. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome, welcome, welcome. So we got a just kind of breaking it through here. We got a little bit of a pickle in regards to the fact that Gaijin decided to throw some April Fool events on us, and we can't really get around it because we don't have time to do it tomorrow, and it's a day-by-day event, unfortunately. So we're just gonna plow through them quickly and then get into stationeering. So just bear with me and get into continuing on with a little bit of chaos. So if anyone is familiar with War Thunder, they are doing a April Fool event every year, and they do that by throwing in weird mechanics or vehicles or whatever else. And for this time, they decided to throw in World War I at us. So yes, we are running with Zeppelins, Fokker D7s, A7V, and the captured freaking Mark Vs and some other captured Russian. I don't even know what the allies are using, but it's funky clown cars. And the objective of this event, I don't know the audio level. I'm gonna need to check a look at. Okay, so we're not hearing anything at all from the game audio. What the actual frick is going on? There we go. Let's pop that over. Let's pop War Thunder on. That should have us. Yeah, there we go. That's 1 out of 2. I don't know why the game audio isn't showing up. Because it doesn't know which one to use. That's why. The default audio device decided to be something else. Anywho, we are here. We are back. And we are going to lower that volume a little bit because it is overbearing. I do apologize. That should be a little bit better. There we have a little old thingy. Oh, we returned fire and we got him. Oh no, we got the one next to him. Oh well, same. But yeah, so the tasks of the event is get 5,000 total mission score for each nation, and I did run one match with the Central Powers here prior to the stream start, so we're just gonna trudge our way quickly through some Central Power matches, and then we're gonna quickly switch over to Entente and kick some ass on that side. And hopefully get through this event very quickly so we can switch on to what I know everyone is waiting for, which is Stationeers. Ooh, is that some guns? Let's do... Let's do 700 on high explosive rounds. $750. Yeah, 750 is probably close to. Oh, that car, that's like that's some Kelly Heroes crap right there. And the Saint-Chamond. Big bullet. Big bullet from a giant tugboat. Let's get that up there. There we go. Right, so Beute's Panzer. The stolen tank. Also realized my camera's not on, so switch that on. There we go. Alright, there we go. Shot the tail of that plane. Hey, you have disconnected. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing alright, and welcome to the chaos, the carnage, and the destruction at the moment. We are, as I mentioned though, rolling some World War I event. And hopefully get them through quickly. Also, poor timing of that ad break. Oh no! He's getting gunned down. So let's see. Ooh, there's some. Hey, kill assist. Let's roll quickly. Let's hope he was too dumb to notice us. Yeah, there we go. Frickin' Pistolero tank this one. It's just rock and roll and go bam left, bam right, bam left, bam right. And hope you hit while you're shooting. Ooh, that's a little planey plane. Come on. Oh, you know what? See no evil, hear no evil. Let's get into the cap zone. Focus on getting points. And hopefully we don't get bombed. Although that might be a tall order. Wait, what the hell? Oh. Yeah, so the infantry is blocking our I don't know what's bombing us. Grenades? Yeah. Are they still blocking? Yeah, there's still some guys left in the trenches here. See if we can. There's one. These NPC guys, they're mainly just here to be a nuisance more than anything else, right? There we go. Which has us completely exposed as well. points for killing those. Do we have any other emplacements here we can kill? I'll take it. I'll take it. More points to me. Quicker we get out of here, quicker we get building on the furnace. Come on, little Shad. I know that, you know, the planes are called Spad, but... No, our Zeppelin! Hey, there's a little guy who can shoot. There we go. Bam, dead. Whoa. Oh, that's a little... A little Garford. A little clown car. Hey, look at that, mission accomplished, and we are at 2,000 points. Let's see how much more freaking score we need to get done with this. Wow, that freaking Zeppelin exploded in the background. Okay, German vehicles. We need 1,600 points more, and then we're done with Germany, or yeah, the German Empire. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. Gonna go kung fu fighting. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So, same thing as before. We stick on our A7. Although, I mean, it is kind of adorable, but the Mark V is better. In my view, once the chaos has started to kind of fall in line. Ah, the adorable square boxes. The peak of armor technology, 1917. With a crew of 18 men. That's not where I put the freaking mark. I swear to God, it's trolling me. God dang it. I was being reckless, just driving straight over there. Oh yeah, see that gets you killed. Just sit shoot once. $600 meters. There we go. That's what we like to see. And go kaboom. We don't necessarily need to see the enemy, we just put bullets downrange, hopefully it'll hit. Because funnily enough, most of the times it does hit. Where the hell is that little rat out here on the right? There he is. Come on, get over the trench. Almost like you were built for it. Of course I get tracked and I got bombs incoming. Where is that little rat? He's still hiding behind there somewhere. I haven't really accomplished anything, I just got one kill. Trying to get over this field. Ooh, there you are. I see you. Oh, that's just... That's just plain unlucky on my part. Getting a shot off, hit the tree, getting another shot off. freaking comes, the round comes in below him. Oh yes, get over the bunker. Dun, 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 dun. Freaking terrifying. There we go. Gotta bring them those planes. Oh, he died. Unfortunately, I had the high explosives loaded. Well, 90 meters left. Let's go for the point. Let's get our freaking points. Remember, I needed another freaking 1600. If I can't get those 1600 points or another 800, I'm gonna need to play another freaking central power match. Which I would be content without. Well, that's a bomber. Well, it gave me a bunch of points. Let's be a bit dirty and wreak havoc. Oh, is that another emplacement down there? It is, isn't it? Oh, couldn't angle my gun down enough. And is it the case of all the remaining in one player? Is that the bomber? Oh. Really? I got a kill assist on him. God damn it. Last two guys in the back didn't get hit. 1500 points. Are you serious? I needed 16. Or did I? Please tell me I have enough. No, I don't. 47 points. Really? 40 freaking 7 points. You know what? We're just gonna queue up, get those 47 points, and then get the hell out of that match. Because I'm not suffering through that again. That is what I do. So I need a total of 47 mission score. Which I think we can get by just driving in and dying. There we go, that is 500 points. There we go. That is our points we needed. Also gives our team quite a big chance at winning as well, because we got that middle point immediately. But now we're gonna switch over to Triple Entente, which is UK, France, and Russians. Apparently the Garford has become popular because there's a lot of people spawning in with that crap. Now, I will not argue. The gun on the Saint Chamond, nice. The vehicle itself, I mean, you can see. Hey, jeez. Is this good event? I don't know about that. Like it's ground combat in World War One. It is what it is. That is one big bulky tank. Well, how about the boat? Now this one ain't too bad. We only have 8 crew members in it. Unlike the actual box of the central axis power, the A7B, which is the one we're gonna see on the horizon here, blowing me up to smithereens. If I can spot one, they're usually not hard to spot. Are they very, very slow out on the front? Where the hell did... Oh yeah, there they are. They all spawned over there, I guess. But yeah, these guys, all squares. Yeah, fuck it. Come on, come on, come on. Get over the hill. We are gonna be risky. We're gonna risk it for a biscuit, right? Drop our gun sight like 600 meters. There we are. Well, that's gotta be closer to 900 meters, right? I can't tell because of all the smoke. Couldn't actually tell where my rounds were hitting. Well, that magazine me. Oh, well, he's being sneaky. That is one sneaky little bugger. We're gonna take the giant ass battle bus. Because I think the French were the first ones that actually built the battle bus. Like, look at this thing. The guns in every direction. A giant thing. We got the engine so massive in it that we got the exhaust on the roof. And it is a speedy boy going in a whooping 20 kilometers an hour. There's a lot of them inside here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Look at that. There's some free target gallery over there. Come on, get up the hill. Get up the hill, get up the hill, get up the hill right now. Hello, Mr. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Well, did not expect him to actually be able to turn his turret that much. And I didn't get enough points to go in with the funnies. Okay, let's get the cooking. That is one funny looking vehicle. Yeah. So this be the peak of French armor mobile engineering, 1917. Now they did have a couple of more reasonable tankets as well, like the Renault 17, or the R17 I think it's called. That was a lot smaller. That was, you know, like a three-man crew. But yeah, this one be the funsies. Okay, so 500 meters. Oh, that's overshooting it. 400 meters. There we go. That's a good hit. There we go. Bam. Straight through the magazine. Oh, that was the guy that shot me earlier. Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, I would like to get enough points to spawn in the HP 12, which is a kind of a mid-range medium bomber. Ah, damn it! Explosions. He was sitting way up inside. That match got toast. Did not do well in that one. Onward, upward to the next one. Yeah. So the current event stuff that is happening is World War I, the Great War. So we've got German Empire with its beautiful, beautiful machinery, capture tank. But yeah, the Sturmpanzerwagen. And then we got the Triple Entente. Now it is extremely skewered in regards to the queues at the moment. Which is why we get these small matches and not the big 16v16 absolute chaos and carnage. I'm actually going to grab the Chamond, and I'm going to do what I've done in the past, which is drive straight downwards and then up on the little ridge line in the back, and then see if we can't snipe people. Go like pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. Since the armor-piercing high explosive ammunition on the 75mm gun on the Chamond is quite nice, but it is a funky looking. It is a funky looking vehicle. Actually, yeah. No, it's an 836. Is it 10v10? Yeah. Artilleria. Dun dun dun. Look at that. Machine gun in the back, machine gun in the side. We're just gonna roll off the side here. Be a little bit sneaky. Now, it's hard to be sneaky in this with the rain and everything, and you can easily see the tracers coming in these wide, like, are kind of stereotypical, you know, video arcs. You can see the bullets flying across the battlefield. The second thing is the Chamond is not really a sneaky vehicle because it is bright, it is bright pointed in an environment that is very dull. So it is not entirely camouflaged towards the scenery. Did they all go? There we go. There we go. Okay, so that wreck over there, not gonna be 500 meters. I know that thing is lying out of its teeth. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. More like 800, 900 meters. I was hoping to catch some Germans coming up on the left flank, but apparently no. They all went on the right. Whoa. Oh, something decided to shoot at me. Well, it's gotta be a tank, right? A destroyed one. I don't know what's shooting at me. I mean, something's shooting at me because I took damage to the freaking belt. Or the tracks. Well, there's something over there that's shooting. Oh, well, that guy was driving straight over the field. No idea how I missed him, but yeah, sneaky German engineering. There we have one guy. Most of the zones are under enemy control. Oh, booyah. Beautiful. That's a lot of fighters. I'm surprised I hit that guy. Didn't do any damage to him, but I hit him. Come on. Well, we do need to make a move of some type because they are winning by capturing points. And I hear the Zeppelin up in the sky. Actually, can we do aerial cannon? Can we angle up? Can we angle up? Zeppelin? Zeppelin? Oh. It be on fire. It be on fire. And there, it dumped its payload. Oh wow, he got someone with it as well. I want to get an assist on it. I want to get an assist on it. Oh wow, the Zeppelin died to freaking artillery. What? Oh, he died to the AI fire? Oh, that's almost a little bit cheeky. So where did my stream manager go? There you are. Okay, so go. I've gotten absolute crap this match as well. I don't know, either not too ballsy or just not balls, you know, either way too much balls to the walls, just blitzing in, or not enough. Oh, there's a herd of them sitting on the point over there. Ooh, that's an enemy. Let's do 450. Not enough. 600. 650. Thank you for turning. Made it easier to hit you. And we know it's 850 meters to the point because okay. That gave us a little bit more points. We need, I don't know, we need a bunch of more kills. Oh, he protected his ammo rack with his barrel. That only gave us a kill assist. Dang it. That's another one. Can we get him? Aw, come on. Why can we not hit him? Are you shooting short or too long? I don't know at this point. I mean, the bullets are flying, but they're not flying in the right direction. Pretty sure they're flying too long. But it's hard to tell. And a little clown car got me. Yeah, okay, so. Yes. Actually, I kind of wanted to spawn on that one, but yeah, okay. Let's go. Hi-ho, let's go. Where do we have enemies? Where do we have enemies? Oh, just a hit? I know what we can do. An AI static targets and not really that hard. Some dive bombing. Is that a Zeppelin I'm hearing? That is a Zeppelin I'm hearing. Well, boys, you know what time it is. It is Torch the Zeppelin time. And you might be thinking, what? You're flying a bomber. What are you doing? Well, see, the bomber has gunners. Hey, look at that. Huh. That is actually kind of interesting. You are capping the point with a plane. But that gave that did net us a little bit more point-wise. So what are we missing for the Entente? We got our task completed for the German. We're missing 2,200 points. Okay, so if we do a similar match, we're done. We're golden. We don't need to do this anymore. We're working our way through it. Working our way through it. But yeah, so we are kind of forced into some War Thunder because of the event and the time limitations of it. It gives you stuff that you keep on your account after the event is passed, so I just kind of want to, you know, collect them all kind of thing. The dirty thing is that they are running the event for 6 days. You need to get 5,000 mission score on both teams per day in order to accumulate all the damn mark of distinctions you need to get all the stuff. And due to the fact that, you know, work and everything else, I had that same mindset until I stopped playing it completely. Yeah, well, like, Felt more like a full-time job than a fun game. Yeah, but that's why I'm only doing some of these. Like, I'm only doing very, very, very specific events. Because, as with anything, when it, you know, as with anything in general, when it comes to these games, most of the times you can pay for the things. Oh, that would have been such a nice hit if that building wasn't there. Ooh. Oh, what am I hitting? Nothing, that's what I'm hitting. Didn't even get an assist. Oh yeah, his transmission's toast. But I'm gonna be toast here in a second. There we go. Thank you. Ooh, A7 got me. He got me, mister. Oh, this was a full match. Okay. That's absolutely freaking crazy. Didn't get enough points for a spat or a bomber. That would have been sick. That would actually have been pretty freaking crazy. Arguably. Let's go plane. But yeah, no. So I'm only doing very, very specific ones of the events. Rather than, you know, I need all the vehicles. I'm gonna get all the events and I'm gonna do all the things every single time one pops up. And it's like, no, that's just not happening. As an example, with the last Italian vehicle, which was, it was a nice vehicle, and I think I would have really enjoyed playing with it because it fit my playstyle. But they smacked it at like needing 45,000 mission score every 2 days, and there's just no way in hell I have time for that. Not ground combat. If it was air sim, or, you know, if it was air, I could run it in sim, and it would be a whole different story because I could easily accumulate those points within, I don't know, 2 hours. But because of the way it was, it's arranged, I don't have a chance. Now, with that in mind, if you do have a full-time job, you could arguably just pay for the vehicles. Like the event vehicles that you want to have. Because you can buy the marks. And yeah, you know, it'd be pricey, but it'd be cheaper to buy them than play the quantity of time required to unlock them normally if you just like worked for an hour or two. That's a Zeppelin on fire. He be what they call toast. Hey, look at that, new Zeppelin. Well, I was missing performance in general, so I was having some issues with it. Now I did that did give me a nice chunk of points, but still not enough to spawn the bomber. Please, Mr. Zeppelin, die. Give me an assist so I can spawn the bomber. Give me the bomber. Give me the bomber. Oh well. Ooh, actually, there's a lot of cookies down here. I'm not sure if I like the outlook of the fact that there's a giant Zeppelin with 18 300 kilo bombs right above me. Oh. That's one dead. So let's relocate. Because there are way too many of them sitting there shooting down the edge there. And please, Mr. Dracula, kill the Zeppelin. Is it 700? Yeah, 700, and then we aim slightly above. Yeah. That's some good hits right there. Because I'm only after points. I'm like the whole crit and run. That's up my playstyle, like, you know, get hits on everyone. Ah, come on, we can hit it, gun. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Thank you. And then we got this guy here. Oh, we are shooting way, way, way too far ahead. There we go. And I'm hearing that Zeppelin getting closer. Oh, no, that's just a bunch of them. There's 18 crew members in that tank. That A7 finally died on the hill. Come on. Oh, that was a good hit in the whole damn thing. Is there anyone left alive in the back? There we go. He finally died. Can we angle up? Kinda wanna manage to shoot down the Zeppelin. But I think he's just... Ooh! Yeah, we hit him! We hit him, boys! We hit him! That is absolutely terrifying. Hey, look at that! Hey, we hit the second one. I think. Yeah. It is the Zeppelin killer through the tank combat. Oh, that is so dumb. Well, I'll take the points. I will take the points. Any more Zeppelin spawning in the middle point? Oh boy. That is some fun stuff. Hey, look at that. And a windbreaker and an achievement and all the other goodies. So that gave us a whooping amount of points. Holy smokes. 3.3. 5 Zeppelins killed. I'll take it. I'll take it. Because that gave us the Entente task complete. So if we go in here and we go into our Great War, we get reward. And then we get a vehicle. Ba-ba-da-ba! Mark 5. Thank you very much. And then for the German Empire, we got the Pickelhaube. And then we have a couple of more. We got vehicle for doing tomorrow, and then the day after that, and then the day after that. Now, we are finally done with it, and it took roughly an hour, which is kind of what I expected it to take. We are going to switch over to Stationeers. Because I think that is what most people are waiting for. Oh, I need to fix up a nice little border around the web camera, but I don't know what resolution I want the size I want the web camera in. Oh well. We are here. It is great. And we are about to continue onward. And why is it? What the heck? Oh, because it's using the sonar audio as default. Okay. I see. Yeah, because that thing has a media. It has. It's done on a whole thing. I don't know. Let me know if the audio's wonky, weird, or whichever, whatever. Let's do that. Let's switch over. Oh, not freaking station to station. Stationeer. There we go. And that is our title adjusted, corrected, and everything else. Now we are sitting here in the darkness. Hey, look at that. Waste tank caution, the familiar sounds of progress. I mean, we don't need that thing humming away. Oh yeah, waste tank's full. It's not waste tank caution, it is waste tank's freaking full. You're about to get suffocated by carbon dioxide. Also, our CO2 filter is starting to be a little bit low. Speaking of low things in general. So where the hell were we when we hopped off? We were doing some shenanigans. We were doing some pipes. We were doing the furnace. We were starting to have things a little bit more stable down here. Right. We exited with our furnace working the way we expected it to work in terms of temperature management by massively increasing the pressure that we have in the furnace. That now allows us to properly do... I don't know why it gets into this weird blinky stage. I don't like it. I don't know what the blinky thing is. It's saying it has temperature pressure, but it shouldn't. That thing should be on until the room is vacuumed and there be nothing in it. Anywho. If there is something smeltable in there, it should work fine. Where do we go from this in terms of practicality? Now, I think having a I think programmatically setting that so we rip off. I mean, we need to make some more stellite, but indeed. Granted, I should have put these one down, and then that could have put the memory cards up here, and it would have all been nice and happy inside there. Ooh. Right. So the import works. The filling of the furnace we know works. Now it's a question of, does it actually smelt the things we set it to smelt? And there's really only one way to figure that out, and that is going to be squeezing up an automation for the second pre-furnace. Because that thing needs to be... That thing's going to be fed the new fuel. I think it's going to be fed new fuel. Do we want to be feeding it new fuel, or do we just want to reheat the gas that's in it? I think I prefer to reheat, or to fill it with fuel. Let's have a... Well, that thing doesn't need as much gas in there. We do have that active event written up somewhere, I think. We got the sensor written up somewhere. I mean, we can pop the front glass and have that reviewed. So we need another freaking circuit board for those things. Just annoying. Yeah, we need a housing. We need a AC chip. We also need to do... Actually, you know what? Do we have a card in there? No, we don't. Let's just grab the PC. Hop back over here. We're gonna take a look at their furnace. They have I had a stroke of inspiration. That was their furnace doing. Ooh, it's coming up on 3,000. Okay. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. We are essentially going to do this, right? Do we have the configuration card in here? Yeah, we do. So, we've got... Can we read? Yeah, we can read... We can read input. We can also read... We can also read the pressure in the output, right? Yeah, we can read the pressure in the output. So, one of the things that we want to do is we want to add import. Yeah, it's just gonna, it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna be fine. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna pause this. We're actually gonna do a we're gonna do a BGT here just to start off. So if this, like now, like I jank out the card, and we're all like the thing is already running. We are gonna do that, yeah, because we preset it, right? We actually want to move this. Yeah, we want to move this. We want to set that up as its own thing. So on the preset, so we go into main. We want to do that preset, but we want to do the preset after we load the initial values, because what we want to do here is we want to do a BGT or BGE, I should say. So we want to check if our self.rpm is greater or equal to 1100. And if that's the case, we want to just skip these things because we are already running, and it should keep whatever it is running. And we just jump over into step 3. That way, in case we jank out the ship like we did now, and put it back in, it'll just read the values, and then it'll check the stress, the RPM, and then if that's the case, it just hits over to whatever. Otherwise, we'll reset, and then we'll run initialize. So inside step 3, we go into full steam. Once we are in full steam, we are loading. Oh yeah, so this is that's a silo 325742. Yeah, that's the silo. So we check if the silo is empty. We want to empty and reset. That means that the silo is empty and we should be winding the centrifuge down because we don't need to have it running when there's nothing to filter or there's nothing to sort. Now the other value to take into here is L R11 dB, and we want to grab pressure output. I think it is. And we want to do a BG E. And we want to do R11. Because if R11 is greater or equal to, say, 35,000, we want to empty and reset. So in case the pressure on the output is too high, which is, we'll come back to that as well, because we want to have a security check inside initialize. So inside initialize, we are going to read the same value, and we are going to grab kind of the same thing, right? We wanna grab the same thing, essentially do the same thing, but instead of empty and reset, we just want to hit back into main, because that means the output gas is it's too much pressure in the output gas and we don't want to over exceed it. So it will just prevent it from starting. Now there could be stuff inside here. That is very true. That could actually be inside the main loop prior to initialize, but I think this is going to be fine. So empty and reset. What are we doing in empty and reset? And we are running out of code lines. I just realized, holy smokes, we're out of code lines. Okay, so we are going to compress, and that earned us, we don't need you. Apparently we don't need you either. We don't need you. We don't need you. I don't know. Seems to be working. Yeah, that gave us a little bit of breathing room here. So empty and reset, and then once that's done, it goes into reset, which is over here, which kills the throttle, kills the combustion limiter, and then sits and waits the stress level. And then once it's done, it'll go into main. So here we just want to check the quantity inside the device, make sure that the inventory is open and we're emptying. And then once it's completely clear, we'll go into reset. So db, and then we do quantity. We do have access to quantity here, right? Centrifuge. Bam. Bam. So here we have quantity. Do we not have quantity here? We got import, export, programmable ship. Do not have quantity. Where is the quantity? Mr. Quantity, where are you? I guess reagents could work. But I don't know if reagents gives us... don't know if it gives us what I want. Total number of reagents recorded by the device. Is that the quantity that's inside of it? We don't have quantity here. We got RPM, we got throttle, we got combustion limiter. We got the weird gas mixtures, we got the temperature, total moles, pressure, combustion, prefab, export count, import count. If it's on reagent 20, 27, 23. Okay, so reagents is not counting the dirty ore it's processing, so it's reagents we want. So we want to do a if reagents are not empty or not are not equal to 0, or in our case we're probably gonna do something higher than 0. But yeah, so we read reagents, and then we do a just a yield, and then we do a CG BGT. Do we have like ceiling or something? Yeah. Well, that's fine. So we basically do if R10 is greater than say 5, which is an acceptable, acceptable number, or we can do 2, which is like the total sum of the fractions. And then if that's the case, we just go empty here. So SDB open 1. Because here we are emptying and resetting, so we are pulling and yanking the handle. And it's going to be screeching, and it's going to have a fit and whatever else. Yeah, so we read the reagents, we yield, we open up the hatch, and then we check for keep looping this until it is empty, and then it'll pass on into reset. And that should be our updated code. Now we should be able to take this, export, bam, pop that in, and it doesn't cause any issues. Nice. And there is one teensy bitsy thing here as well, which is if it is throwing an error. So if it is throwing an error, i.e. the machine has gotten full, which we also need to take into account. So we want to do L or 12 dB error, and if the error is not 0, which means we are throwing an error, we want to also empty and reset. There we go. So that should be our updated code for the centrifuge to be able to pick out the programming chip, do whatever we want to it, and it should automatically empty, it should automatically reset, and it should do all the things that we need it to do. Nice. Now this thing is sorted. It is also fail-safe against potentially over-pressurization in the output pipe where it's dumping its hot gas. So in case it doesn't have anywhere to put the gas, it'll just keep looping out of it and not initiate the startup sequence. So that should be our centrifuge completely 100% actually done. Now I can just grab a copy of that, pop it in that boy, and it should be good to go. Awesome. So that's one headache less to deal with. So, IC housing and an IC chip. And that is all the things we do not have in the machine. Look at that. What a silly little thing. Steel, solder. Where do we have solder? Hello, Mr. Solder? Where are you? There you are. And then some steel. Ooh, well, you know what? We got some of that. Don't have to fret. We're good. Now we don't have a lot of it, which is kind of what I'm hoping to get the furnace done. Because if we get the furnace done, it's going to be a lot easier to smelt things. Actually, let's take a look at our gases. Is the rocket refueled? Is Mr. Raket refueled and ready to go? You are refueled and ready to go. Okay. So, do we get some nickel? Do I smack in another couple of fuel tanks so we can try to get to this place? Oh, get some cobalt. That'd be nice. Also, see what we have in here. Or maybe just allow us to do a lot of iron mining. I don't know. Kind of want to build a bigger rocket. Kerbal inspired. Another rocket. More storage on it. Liquid fuel. You know, all the good stuff. But as it is, we can do adjacent mining, which is lead, silver, nickel, gold, silicon, copper, and iron. Where do we go? Where do we go? Do we hit up? Maybe. I Actually, we could have waited for that circuit board. It was almost done, mister. Can we please have a circuit board? Hey, look at that. Housing and nice E10 chip. I don't know how we want to deal with the actual recipe selections. Like, I mean, abusing the stack on or the setting on it could be a given, right? That's actually kind of funny. We could set the setting on these things. The setting can be used as temporary value. Just gonna pop you over there. Bam! Look at that. Beautiful. Nope, that's not the direction I wanted it to be, but that was the direction it was actually toggled to. That is just myself to blame. And we jetpack our way up here. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. That is sorted out. So, we need a generic furnace controller. And we need a way for it to determine whether or not to push out gas of this guy, grab new fuel, and ignite it. Essentially, this guy should always be running at... This guy should always be running, right? Well, it should be off, but it should always have fuel in it, or it should always have a tempered gas in it. And it just needs to add a little bit of fuel. And if it exceeds the pressure range, it dumps out a fuel amount. So I think we fixed the preheater. Guys, I think the preheater is the preheater code is actually where we're gonna do the retrieval of the items, or in some capacity, because this guy is gonna request the materials from that vending machine. It's gonna also request materials from this the ingot vending machine when we need steel for the alloys. That's gonna mix in this guy. So we are gonna need to do a summary of all the materials combined in the furnace. Once it has all the materials in the furnace that it wants to process into the ingots at the quantity it wants to process them at, it then passes it over to the other machine, which in case is then setting the temperature and like everything else. Right now, this button activates the temperature range in here, which is accurate, but it is also not what we want to do. But maybe we kind of do. We just want to set it to whenever it has reagents, the sequence activates. Because at that point, we've already selected what we want to mine. We've selected what we want to smelt using this thing. This thing sets all the dials and everything for this furnace. We also want to have that hash value that's coming from that ingot is going to be what it is going to be grabbing from this thing. And then we're going to have this thing being the quantity dial. So say we want to do, bam, we want to do astroloy, and we want to get, you know, 5 stacks of it. Then we put this to 5, hit the button, that passes over the request into this guy at whatever quantity it needs to make all of those 5 stacks of astroloy. Passes it into, and then we need to check it, so it needs to be available in the silo as well, and that needs to be, ooh, there's so much freaking logic in this. Oh, there's a lot happening here. And there's a little bit of an ad break. Yeah. Freaking dehydration, and the dehydration is starting to get a bit of feels for it right now. So we want to compare the set types. Or do I just want to do... I could compare it to... We've got... this guy? Nope, it's not that guy. This guy's just doing... Right, that is doing... that is just checking the room code. The debugging here. It's gonna be... Is it this guy? No. But it is good to know that we got like 25 lines of free code in here. Can we grab... Well, not slot. I'm just. It's not slot variables. It's general variables. Uh. Because we can't look at. We can't look at the ingredients in the thing, right? Like if we grab the recipe hash, it's just the hash of the recipe that the device is set to process or produce. So in this case, when it has a valid recipe hash, it's when the light goes green, but there's no actual reference to what reagents are required for that thing. And this is why we want to be using that reagents for later. Yeah. Let's slap that in there, hit import for blank code. Let's deconstruct that so we have it. I'm gonna see if I don't have that written up. We don't need to brain our way through that again. I did not. Not from the looks of it. That is dumb. Okay. Okay. So let's do that down here. 5A, 46A. Active vent. We're gonna use that to just fill the room. Gas sensor. 5A, 590. 5A, 590. Sensor. And then obviously we want to grab the furnace. 593B5 furnace. That is our furnace. And that thing has power, that thing has all of that. So we can just I mean, granted it's gonna bleed energy. Do we because it's gonna look weird if I have that window on the other one and not on the first one, so maybe we do reinforced windows on both of them, even though it might not be necessary for this thing. At the same time, it might be necessary if I want to use the same, or if I want to make sure that the gas is good. So let's see if we can make 2 reinforced windows or 2 reinforced walls and get some more stellite glass, or if we need to smelt some stellite. Reinforced. Reinforced. We can do 2 reinforced walls. Now I see a glaring lack of stellite here. Well, that freaking thing flew. So, what do we need for stellite? Well, we need silver, silicone, and cobalt. And we are gonna do this in the furnace down below. So we need... can we do a larger batch of it? Can we get away with that? It'd be nice if we could do a larger batch. It was cobalt, right? Yeah, so silver. We are talking about... So if we do 4 cobalt, we need 4 silver, which I don't think we have. Do we even have 1 silver? Are we out of silver? Well, I know what the rocket is gonna go in mine. We're gonna hit that button. We are gonna go... That's fine, that's fine. And then we are gonna go and mine silver. Actually, holy smokes, we almost forgot something important. That would have been very, very bad. We are out of mining or mineral heads. That requires a whole crap ton of steel and constantan. There is some steel. And there is some constantan. I want 2 units of mineral mining heads. Getting that mineral, getting that mineral. So we're gonna do some silver mining with that rocket. Now it's gonna be a lot longer for the silver with the rocket to appear, so we are gonna need to go out and do some manual mining with that one, I think. Unless we dig up the blueprint for the base and start making, I don't know. I kind of want to start making the crew quarter, but I want to finalize the freaking automation for the furnace. It's starting to be, it's starting to feel like such a behemoth to deal with. I'm looking for excuses to do something else. I don't know. It's just angle grinder because we're gonna need to grind off the bottom section of the rocket. Bam, 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 and we need to repair that one so we can have a second rocket. These guys have done an excellent job. Go back over there. Welder, welder. Bam. There we go. Get them weldy, 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 weldy. Now that we got mineral heads on it, we can send that rocket right off. You can be hungry, cautionous. Ooh, that was a full stack of material going to the sorting system. So, rocket is ready. Is ready, is ready. Let's head over to the silver deposit. Now we got silver, we got nickel. I'm kind of tempted to do... Like, if we can get away with it, do 2 silver deposits and a nickel deposit, but I don't think so. We're not going to fit the storage for it. And we do have... We got some nickel, but I think we're going to do 1 silver, 1 nickel. And then we'll see where we're at. Because there's... Nickel was a little bit rough here. So, set destination. And, well, you know the drill. Pump gas engine. Bam! And off it goes into the wild yonder. Whee! And then it's gonna head up there. It's gonna go to... I mean, we targeted the nickel deposit first here, but we can just change that out to a silver deposit instead, and it's not gonna pay any heed to which whatever. Location information. We need to figure out how to automate that. that is another ship that's going to be going into. Basically, if I go to a location that isn't fully sharded, I want it to automatically shard it on, as long as it has battery power remaining. And we could have refilled food. Wait, let's refill food. That's all the complaints right now. Food, water, hygiene, power. What are you not complaining about? Waste tank, oxygen, filters, and demanding breathable air and whatever else. The oxygen's climbing, CO2 is declining, hydrogen is declining. I don't like that, but you know, it is what it is when all the plants are generating oxygen. Kind of makes me want to have... You maybe have some automatic farming or automatic planting for... like harvesting and planting for mushrooms. If I got too much oxygen and I need some CO2. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Water is absolved. You know what? Let's get some hygiene up while I refill drink, so I will be right back. There we go. We have it. Huh? Oh. There we go. We have of the returned. Let's turn on the light. There we go. Bam. We have light. We see things. Pop in some foods. Don't need you on. Definitely don't need you on at the moment. Right. So, continue onward down there. Into the breach of the furnace. We got a little bit distracted. But now, the rocket should be at its destination, I believe. Maybe. Is the rocket at its destination? It is at its destination. Bam, bam, bam. So, we hit survey. And then we go into the rocket. We make sure that the rocket scanner is available, so it is on. That way, it can scan. Do its full survey, and then we start mining after it is completely surveyed. That gives us a whole crap-tastic amount of silver. And then once we were done there, we'll do the same thing with the nickel. And that'll give us, 8,000 ore or something. Give or take. Convenient quantity. Speaking of convenient quantity, let's have a look and see if our centrifuge has actually emptied itself or if it's stuck. It looks like it is stuck. And it is stuck at maximum stress. Ooh. Yes, I need to increase that quantity. I need to increase that quantity. So we were not completely done with it, but we were almost done with it. So what is happening is that it is not exiting the loop because the quantity I have it set equalizing to recognize that it's actually empty. I think it set it to 1. Or did I do something silly and set it like above 0? I can't remember. Do an import. Let's do of this. And then let's have a look-see. So empty. I did above. Okay, so we're reading reagents. What is the reagent value right now? 2.064. So let's do 5. Let's just do 5. So anything above 5. And that should be fine. And I've closed it and everything else is working. And then that dumps out gas and all of that jazz and bing bada boom. So we are gonna copy this. Ooh, do we have that set in here? Yes, we do. Let's move that over here. So is that silo value ever used somewhere? No, it is not. Input silo. And then we are going to grab this value here, extract that out, put that there, grab that input silo instead, and put that here. That way we are, instead of, checking that magical freaking number value in there, if anyone want to reuse the code, they can just put that silo value here. Now, if you don't have, if you do not use an input Silo. Eftermiddagen. Ja. Mm. There we go. So if you don't have an input silo, you probably should use one because it is making sure that silo is complete. Once if the silo is completely empty, it's not backing up, which means it's not worth starting up the process because it takes a lot longer to start running. If you trickle feed it, and you can keep it fed, you probably want to overproduce slightly and then cut off the production on the silos fill level. But it's a way of approaching it. And we're gonna do that adjustment. We're gonna take that, export it, pop that in there. Don't know what that's gonna do with the whole situation here. But that can then be copied out and we can update the code that we have on our Discord and that should be good. So, centrifuge, do I have the centrifuge listed here? I do not. Create new post. Combustion centrifuge. NOS. There we go. Post that. There you go. Added some notes on it as well. So it is available on the Discord. If anyone wants to snag it and use it. As I try to keep anything we make here just available. And if there is a script that I have forgotten to upload, I haven't uploaded the furnace ones yet because I want to get these things done and actually working. So I don't end up having to like rewrite the whole damn thing and go, well, sorry, you know what? I was doing it a completely wrong way. So, no bueno. But yeah, so, those should be done. We talked about stellite, which is where we're going to be going next. We are going to need some stellite to do the glass. We've got some reinforced walls to be able to pressurize that room. We've got the IDs for the devices in the room. So we are gonna fix up some stellite. And then, because I don't think we have... No, we really don't have any silver. We really do not have silver. Which is a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. We are just gonna grab this, throw that in here. Throw some silicon in there. Wait, stellite silicon as well? It is silicon. Well, we do have silicon. We know that. Got a ton of silicon. It's just not processed. It's being processed right now, but it's not yet processed. We can empty out these guys in the other thing. Yeah, that should be good. So let's pop down there, throw some volatiles into the system here. God, it kind of want to makes me want to build a silo for the ISIS up top, and then just be able to set a code for if there's not enough volatile, just pop a volatile ice down here. There we go. Bam. Done. Actually, let's throw that one down as well. Don't want to throw this down now that I chucked in a whole crap-tastic amount of everything else. We want to do this. Change that config out to tracker. Mining belt, yes. Jetpack, fly up. And then we need to get some silver. Which is hopefully going to be less tricky than, you know, we want it to be. There we go. Tracker is working. I have run into the problem where the tracker just would not start up on the base before, so I always make sure that the tracker is actually enabled and operational before I leave the rendering range of the base. That's silicon, that's silicon. I promise you, we're not going to find freaking silver now just because I want it. That's some AG. Nope, that's my silicon. That's more silicon. That's more silicon. A silicone, silicone, a silicone. Is that a cone that's silly? Hey, look at that, some silver. Delicious. Ooh, is that more silver? Yeah, that's more silver. Okay, I'll take that. Bam, 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 bam. Look at all of this stellite we're mining. We are mining all of the stellite. Actually, we could probably use some of that silicon just to give it a whirl. So the reason why we're doing a pre-warm furnace is because we want to process all the ore inside a furnace where we regulate, where we try to have a temperature regulation of maximum 100 degrees, which is going to be impossible if I want to run it on regular fuel. Now that I think about it, it would be much, much more reliable to run it on a heated exhaust. Basically, if the temperature in the storage tank goes below 100 or like 120 degrees, it turns on a heater. So we're heating the pipe using electricity, which isn't the most efficient way of doing it. However, it would allow us to completely control the temperature of the gas. It would also allow us to have like waste gas that is not too what do I want to call it? It would allow us to use waste gas that wouldn't be too hot. Because you know, we're not running it as regular fuel. Although, I mean, technically speaking, we could just use fuel and process the ore until it's down below non-processable temperature, which is like 105, 102 degrees or something. It might even be 100. And then if it reaches that temperature, it then starts, you know, empty out the gas, add in a splash of fuel, start the process again. If we are doing it that way, we are spending the fuel. That is very accurate. But we are transforming the fuel into carbon dioxide, which we can recycle back into fuel again. And I'm not sure if we processed enough silicon, so that is why I'm mining some silicon. Ooh, spicy. I forgot to put in the mining backpack. But that is a good chunk of silver. That is a very nice chunk of silver. I like it. Like it a lot. Unlike the yield on this thing sometimes. Like, yeah, we're getting 5, we're getting 5, we're getting 5, and then it's like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. What? Why are we only getting 2 units per ore? Because, suck it. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Look at that. That gives us a little bit of silicon. And a bunch of silver. So let's head back to the base. Head back to the base. All of this volatile, like holy smokes. I mean, how can I not mine this volatile? We're always in a deficit of it. Of course I'm gonna mine it. Not when it's staring me in the face and I have a bunch of space for it. Now, arguably, we could also do nitrous oxide for that fuel in the furnace. And then we can, you know, plonk down a nitrolyzer or something to really kick it off. But I think it's going to be enough with just regular fuel. Although we would get more out of the volatiles. Like, we would get significantly more out of the volatiles. It's not like nitrogen is a problem. At least not at the moment. I suppose if we start spending it for nitrous oxide, it might be an issue. In particular, if we use it in the rocket, so it gets yeeted in the atmosphere, or, you know, out into orbit. Orbits. I wanna play more Kerbal. I wanna play more Kerbal. KSP's fun. Definitely wanna play more Kerbal. But yeah, so tomorrow we have our. Let me just see, so I'm not completely lying here. Tomorrow is our usual kind of combat day. So we are probably gonna do. I don't know. We'll see. I am tempted to doing some Hell Let Loose, but I also I know the people who have talked to me on Discord and voice here knows that I don't like streaming it for the sheer purpose of like stream sniping in general, and the fact that it's such a hassle to keep track on respawning and whatnot because of the because it reveals so much information team wise. when you die and pops up the map and it shows you where everyone is and all general locations, outposts, and whatever else. It's just like every time you die, you have to hit the freaking hotkey, and remembering to hit that hotkey every time is a nightmare, especially if you're being engrossed in the match and you're kind of occupied with that. I don't remember that shit. I really, 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 really wish they put in a streamer mode that just hides the map from being recorded on the monitor by when you have the stream running, or something. Because a lot of applications do that, either by just truncating it in some capacity, which is hard to do for Hell Let Loose, but like there's some fancy things you can do with just kind of obscuring it. Just make it fully transparent or something for whatever recording software is looking at it. Dun, dun. There we go. So that is going to kick in some volatiles for us. You need a jetpack to actually use a jetpack. Funnily enough. Who could have guessed? Okay, so we are back in the base. Let's do the purge. Just so we have that sorted out. We don't run into any issues. Now we are going to sort out what we actually need for that. Let's have a look-see. So we've got 4 units of silicon. Stellite. So silicon is twice the amount of silver and cobalt. So if we got 4 stacks of that, we need 2 stacks of silver. And that's our silver. And then we need 2 stacks of cobalt. And that is our 2 stacks of stellite. Now, we are gonna do... Let's just do this here. Oh yeah, we still got the glasses on, don't we? So we turn them off. And we actually switch out to the T-ray scanner because that is what we're gonna need to be using. We want to see all the pipes. We want to see the cool piping here. We can see all the fancy pipings. We can see all the wires. And we can see all the fun stuff that we might need to be able to interact and debug things when they are exploding or whatever the reasoning may be. Now this thing should have been done scanning. Am I right? Almost. Okay. We literally came up with the last one. Bam, scanning done. So, turn off that rocket scanner. Turn on those miners. And let's go mine. Holy crap. I was not expecting that to be the first freaking 909% is greater than 100%. Yeah, that is very true. So you got when you're scanning, when you're doing the thing, you get like 20 progress is, or 30 progress is 20% or something. It does some weird translation thing there. But once you hit 100% of the inquiry, you unlock the composition, the size, and the density, so you get the details for these things. And then anything that you scan above that, up to 200%, gives you a 10% mining boost. And then at 1,000 scanning, you get a 25% mining boost. So if you want the most out of the deposit you're mining, you want to just let it scan until it's done its 1,000%. Right, so we want to jump down. We want to smelt some stellite in a very crude, disorderly fashion. This thing actually doesn't have a fuel connection to it yet. Do we just want to connect the fuel? Let's just hook up the fuel. Or let's just check so we don't have anything else. No, it's just disconnected. So, let's hook up the fuel. Bam, there we go. Now we have fuel available in this pipe. And this pipe goes all the way around here. And it goes around there, and it goes around there, and it goes around here, and it goes around there, and then bam, it goes into the input of the pre-furnace. Now the output exhaust of this is going to be put into this pipe, which I'm not entirely sure I want to do. So I kind of want to separate them now. I want to grab... Why did you wake up? Oh, right. That thing's on because that room is still thinking it has something in it, right? Or why are you still on? You should not be on. Why are you on? I mean, you're going in the right direction, but you're not off. That thing should be off. It should be saving power. It shouldn't be on. Anywho. So let's do some room filling with the exhaust pipe. I don't like the prospect of this, but it is what it is. So anything that we turn on the furnace, since this is completely manual at the moment, we can turn on the furnace. Ooh, that's not what we wanted to do. Okay, that is what we got. I hate that it starts on freaking 50-50. Okay. That's a bit spicy. Huh. I forgot that it starts on a default freaking mode of craptastic. Okay, let's do some adjustments. So we want to do this, and we want to hook that up to the fuel line. We grab this guy, and we yank that out of there. Put you there. And then we do the same thing for this guy here. Get that fuel gas out of there. Now it should be compressing that fuel gas as I'm deconstructing the pipe. That should have pushed it back into the pipe. Yeah. And then now we hook that up. So do I just want to do this again? You know what? Let's just slap that on here. And we will plastic sheets. Yeah. You can be hunger caution. We not have any plastic sheets left on us? That's not a lot of plastic sheets. Do we not have... We just have regular walls. Fuck. Okay. That's a bad idea then. It's a funky temporary solution. Because we're slapping back the glass that we just ripped out because we want to use a better glass to have a higher pressure. But we want to smelt it at the moment, and there's no way to do that. Well, there is a way up the stairs, but I kind of want to see if this works now. Which is not gonna work with that thing. Give me some more chutes. We want to do that. Actually, we want to do... Where is our junction? There we go. And then we want to grab a corner. Bam. Bam, and then inlet. There we go. Now we can put things into this and it'll go into that guy. We can handle him through code. And we're good. Now, yes, it is minus 40 degrees in that temperature. We definitely need to flip that thing on. So where is the laptop? Get that here. Hit that edit button. Hit that pause button. And we are going to do some things here. So first off, we're going to do a define. And we're going to do our active vent, which is this guy. And then we want to grab our sensor, which is this guy. And then we want to grab the furnace, which is this guy. So if we do furnace, we do S furnace, activate 1. Did we connect the output exhaust pipe to the other one? We did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Does the furnace have access to its output pressure? I do not believe it does. Do we have a pipe analyzer in that room? We do not. That's fine. Come on. So that is the furnace active, and then we do S furnace output. Output? Like setting output. Yeah, it's setting output. Setting output to 5. Sleep for 10. Or actually, we can do one better. We can do... So we activate. And then we do a... read R0 furnace. We're loading a value into that registry from the furnace, and we are checking ratio oxygen. And if ratio of oxygen is, if it's not equal to 0, i.e. there is still oxygen in it, R0, we just wanna go back into main. If that's not the case, we set the output to 5. And then we do a output gas. And then we do a yield here because we are looping. We just want to do, it's like I said, and we forgot to freaking pause it. Load R0, sensor, pressure. Because here we set we turn on the active vent. And I believe the mode is 1. I may be wrong here. I think it's 1. We turn it on, we set it to inward. We don't actually need to change it because it is in the correct setting. We do want to do active vent in external pressure. Is it pressure external? 150 kPa. And then we do sensor and we do a BLE. And then we check R0, and if R0 is less than 120, we go back into output gas. If we're good, that means that we have enough gas in the room. And we're good. We set our output back into 0. And then we do a save here because furnace tests can be explosive. That's throwing an error. Line 6. What did I mess up at line 6? Oh, yeah. Because it's device IDs. My brain was not braining there. Bam. Look at that. And as we can see, every time it loops, it hits that button. Now, I was hoping that the temperature would stabilize inside the chamber. But now we can do this. Now, we don't care about smelting this. We just care about it processing it. And as long as it's above 100 degrees, it's going to process the materials into the thing. Now we can do this. We can do this to show. We do an LED here. if we wanted to do that, but you can see how the hatch is still moving, right? So inside this code, now that we have this kind of working, we don't need to go into main. We just need to do pre-loop yield a pre-loop. So as soon as we enter the program, we get into this pre-loop. We don't do anything inside here. And we are essentially just going to grab that LED display. We're going to hook it up first, because otherwise it's going to get very, very sad. There we go. And then we are going to grab that LED, and we're probably going to just do name thing. Debug furnace. Because we're going to be a little bit lazy. So, LED. Actually, we're going to do this here first. Define debug hash. And that is the hash name. Debug. Debug. Define LED. And then we're going to grab that small LED's hash value. And we put that in there. And then we just do a SLD R0 furnace reagents. And then we do store that to a device name LED debug setting R0. That is, we load the value of the reagents into the registry 0 from the furnace. And then we store that, i.e. we're exporting it out into the LED called debug, applying the value to its setting. And then grab that little spider bot, export it, pop that in there, and then we get the total amount of ores that is inside this device now on that display. So what we can do now is we can actually comment this out, and we can do a, actually we can load this. That is actually helpful. We can do a we want to do a SGT Z R0. So if it is greater than 0, we are setting this bit with 1. And we are just going to do a SD furnace open with that R0 bit. So as long as there's stuff in the furnace, it's going to keep the hatch open. Now here comes the kicker. We grab this, we export it out here. Bam, bam, bam. That opens that up. And that puts it in the queue to this guy. Now this guy, we know. We hooked it up. We have that rolling. So if we select Stellite, now it's not going to do a quantity, but we hit the activate button here now. It's going to take a while because it's going to go up to 400 kPa, which is indicated by the LED display in front. And then the temperature is in the center display. Once that hits 400, it's going to start filling up the furnace with gas. And it's going to fill up furnace with gas to the quantity pressure that we have set that Stellite wants to be at, which is 12 MPa. Although I don't know why it is not... Did it only read it once? It should be looping it. Oh yeah, because I commented out the setting. But yeah, so once that hits 12 MPa, it should automatically detect that, hey, we can smelt Stellite. And then it'll yank the handle. Or it'll wait until, yeah. It can wait until it does the thing. Now, the trick to this is because we're pre-processing the material, so all the materials we require to smelt is transformed into reagent mix in this device. when it goes into the chute and goes into the other device, it is already considered hot. Why is it looking like something's on fire back there? That's a little bit terrifying, but I'm guessing it's because it's the, I don't know. Glare from inside of the furnace, I guess. I would go and eat and drink, but I don't want to miss this. But we do know this kind of works, right? That is at its temperature, or that is at its pressure. It's holding the temperature. Now the truth of the matter comes in here. Yeah, look at that. It reacted. Hey, we had stellite. Yank. And then bam. That's our 2 stacks of stellite. Beautiful. So this process works. We just need to tune this guy to feed more fuel, empty out gas. Feed more fuel, empty out gas as it's acquired of whatever is being processed into it. Accumulate the resource that we want. And then, you know, Bob's your uncle. But that gave us stellite, which is what we need for the glass. For the reinforced glass, we can actually have a higher pressure and a higher temperature in the room. And another thing we want stellite for is we need it for the filters. Because we need some new Invar and some steel. Because we need some new CO2 filters for our character. But that is us partially tested out our automation for the furnace. And while the pre-furnace is still very much manual, the rest of the system works. And it's looking pretty dang solid. And I'm quite happy with it. I am quite happy with it. Now we are gonna do... We kind of want... I want a light in here. I want a light, I want an occupancy reader. I wanna not have it painful to just, you know... Also want to automate this freaking greenhouse. That's I've said that I don't know how many times now. What pipe is about to explode? So, waste pipe is fine. That one is fine. Water pipe is fine. Oh yeah, that's the old input. That one is fine. That one is fine. Is it the coolant pipe that's being a little bit pokey? No. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Which pipe is making the creaky noise? Ooh. The fuel pipe here. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this pipe. I mean, it's a devil's pipe. But... maybe it's a pollutant pipe or something down here that's creaking. Like, sound carries weird. You're fine. You are empty. Why are you empty? You are empty because it keeps being absorbed by that thing. This guy is having a little bit of a stress fit, but that's a non-issue because it's condensing into liquid, which is fine. And then we have the regular fuel pipes. One of these guys? Oh, that's fine. That's no stress. That's fine. That's fine. Is it this guy? I mean, it's slightly stressful. Also, the water is a little bit hot, but that's fine. Which freaking pipe is creaking? I don't like mysterious creaking pipes. Either way, we can pop these guys in here. Well, it's nothing in the atmospherics. That's at least something good. You're having a little bit of a stress fit. Is it one of these pipes? Ooh. Well, yeah, I mean, I can see how that guy's a little bit toasty. Coolant. Coolant's fine. Gas fine. This guy's fine. This guy's fine. This guy's fine. These guys are all good. Which freaking pipe is it that's causing a ruckus? I mean, it's gotta be a pipe down at the either at the rocket or the exhaust. No, like the pipes here, they're too hot for that to be a problem. I don't know. It's part of that fantastic learning experience of which pipe is going to be exploding on you in your face now, wrecking the whole base. No one knows. It'll just happen, and then you'll notice it 10 minutes past. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, so we can do this guy, and then for the R, we can do R1. And then we can do a LD sensor to R1. Pressure. And then we can print the pressure in the room to that debug, the debug LED. So we do this, pop that in there. Bam. So we have 0 pressure in there. That sounds like a bad idea. We got nothing in the pipe. So what we are going to do is we are going to do this. We are going to do a SD furnace. Setting, or was the output setting? Just do output. I don't know. 5. Leap for say 5 seconds. And then set it to 0. And it's going to be running this instantly when it pops into code, so it's only going to run it once. it didn't change the dials. What is that thing called? Pretty sure it is that setting output. Didn't use setting output because I'm an idiot. Egypt doesn't have an input. It does have an out. There we go. That's active. Dropping the pressure a bit and then deactivate it, and let's see how much fuel / exhaust we actually got into it. That's not too bad. I don't like the pollutants in there, but we are gonna pop that lid anyway, so that's less of a problem. So here we do the other thing. We do a SD active vent on 1 sleep 5. We do yeah, let's just do sleep 5 active vent on 0. SD active vent mode 1, because it is in the wrong mode. I don't know if 1 is the right mode, but we can do it that way. Yeah, it is. There we go. Did I forget to put the glass back on there? No. We are good. That should be reading the pressure. Where did the... Wait, what? Or was it in the right mode? I can never remember with active vents. Outward is 0. It was in the right mode. I'm just, you know, just pretend I'm not here. Do that. Bam. Bam. Export. Bam. Yeah, so that sucked up. That can't be the... Yeah, that's the pressure, right? So that's 16 kPa. Right. And then we do this, do that, export, and then we do bam. And it dumps out some of the gas in the furnace into that pipe. Pipe should be adding it into... There we go. Yeah. Don't know how much is in this pipe now, but yeah, we're good. So that's 100 kP in there, which means this temperature is now going to be stable. Which means we can do a little bit with whatever we want here. Now, you know, you could argue that why the hell did we do that? Waste all of that time when we're gonna bust the window. Whoosh. Swoosh. Where, you know, you could argue that that is a valid argument. But now we have the code set up, so we can just apply it, and it'll just work with doing it again. Although we are going to be using a little bit more safety procedures and everything else, so reinforced window composite. That is what we have here, right? Yeah. bam. And then we do bam. And then we have, that is, what do we need? It's plastic sheets. It is of the plastic sheets. And then it is of the stellite glass. And bam. That hotbox is now secured up to a lot higher. So now we can actually do something sensible. We have the mode select correctly and everything else. So here we are going to do a furnace. Open. And we're going to do a LD R0 sensor pressure. And we are going to be doing SD active vent on R0. As long as the active vent is on, and as long as that thing is on, we're going to do active vent internal, the pressure internal 500. I don't remember which one it is actually using in the mode it is, so I'm just applying it to both. So it's set to 500 kPa in the room. And then we are just gonna do a, oh, we don't even need it that high. We just need 300, fuck it. Turning it on based on SLT R0. And then R0 is less than 280, or 280. There we go. So the furnace is going to be on. The furnace setting output is going to be set to 15. Actually, you know what? Select if R0 is a 1, we want to be using 15, otherwise we want to be using 0, and then we want to set that to R1. There, bam, thank you. So, export. That thing should be on, that thing should be pressurizing, all of the things should be good. And we want to put that directly after this because we want to read that value and export. There we go. Okay, so now that pressure should be continuously updating as we're doing things here. That should be fine. Now we can do this. Do I want to do that? No, not really. I just want to move SD furnace. Setting output 0. And then we're gonna do, the vent is fine. We just need to make sure that the furnace isn't outputting. And then we just do a setting input 5. And we want to do, can we read furnace? So we want to do, now we want to do a little bit of constant heat. We want to do a little bit of constantly add gas, run the gas, use the gas. Because the pressure is fine there. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to auto-regulate and heat. Because the temperature down there is, like, the temperature in the gas in the room now is going to be 70 degrees. Once the furnace heats up, it'll heat up. It'll heat that up as well. Both of them 0. Export. Bam, we don't need that vent on either. That is going to be fine. We do need a waste pipe in there. Because the waste pipe we have right now is not going to cut it. Granted, that pipe here is just essentially a one big temporary pipe. And I think we're just gonna hook that up here. And we're just gonna let that tank absorb some more. It'll crank up the temperature a little bit, which I do not mind. As long as we're above 2000 Kelvin, which is like 1700 degrees. We're fine. And now that we have secured and fixed the hot box, this is all good stuff. And we need to prime the other 3 tanks with the similar quantity of gas, but at the specific temperature ranges that we need to have in those 3 tanks to be able to smelt all the different alloys. But I think that is gonna be for another day. Now, this stream did get a little bit interrupted by War Thunder doing its shenanigans. So we didn't really get as far as I wanted to, but we have smelted a super alloy using the system. It's not entirely automated, but we did go through the process of it got mixed in here. It checked the mixture quantity so that the volume of reagents are correct. Output, go here, bam, done. Now, I might need to write up like 2 giant reference libraries if I want to arithmetically deal with the ratio of metals. So, for example, if I want to have, so looking at stellite as that example, right? So if I want to make 1 stack of stellite, it needs to know to only pick half a stack of silver, half a stack of cobalt, and a full stack of silicon. The alternative is have super alloys multiply by a factor of 100%. So, multiply itself. So we're only dealing with full stacks, which means silicons would be 2 stacks of silicon, 1 stack of silver, 1 stack of cobalt. Reference that towards the silos of those types. And then see if there is material available to make that quantity of alloy. It's going to be one hell of a tough challenge. And it's probably going to take quite a bit. And I have no idea what's happening on like Stream Elements is doing something shady. The chat has been broken in OBS. Chat has been broken, but the Stream Manager chat has been working, I think. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, since the ad hit, I missed that completely. I do apologize. I'm gonna run the outro after that, and then we're gonna find a raid target, and then that is gonna be me for the evening because I need to get some some sleeps, and I also need to submit an application thingy for the event. Because that needs to be done at tomorrow at the latest, so I just need to do that as well. So, you know, a few things, a few bits here and there. That is sorted out. Let's exchange out our waste tank. Delicious little bread. Get that helmet off. Get that hard suit off. Get that hygiene up. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, we're gonna find a little raid target here. We didn't get entirely as much completed as I would have liked today because, you know, War Thunder, as I mentioned. But also I kept getting kind of... There is a pipe breaking here somewhere. I don't know where that pipe is. Anywho, the rocket is mining silver, which is nice. It's gonna help us. And then we'll mine nickel, and that'll further aid us in our quest. But, yeah. Until then, as always, you'll catch me on here. Tomorrow we'll do some combat stuff. Probably. We might sneak back into Kerbal. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah. If you happen to wander around Twitch by the time I am available, do pop in. I appreciate the company. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you later on. Ooh, Splitsy's on. Yeah, I'll pass you over to Splitsy, doing some Stationeers, automating some other sorting things, and, you know, the usual. I will catch you all later. So take care, good night, and have a great weekend start tomorrow.